Hey, what's up? It's your boy Burf, and I'm back, baby, with another epic vintage toy hunting adventure. And boy, do I got a doozy for you today. So check this out. I scored close to $1,000 in vintage toys for around $100. How freaking awesome is that? And the best part? It all went down through Facebook Marketplace and a sweet trade that I did with my friend Theresa. I don't know if you guys remember, but earlier this year, I stumbled upon a set of vintage Barbie dolls. I'm talking like early Barbie, like Barbie number 3 and all of her accessories. You know, things like her shoes, sunglasses, handbags, clothes, the whole deal. Theresa is a pro at dealing in vintage Barbie stuff. And she came across a massive haul of Micronauts, all in box. She asked if I'd trade the Barbie doll set and accessories, which I only paid $20 for, in exchange for all of these Micronauts. And of course, I jumped at that deal. But that's not all. I also scored some Universal Monster stuff on Facebook Marketplace for like, I don't know, 60, 70 bucks. And it turned out to be worth some really big money. So stick around to the end for the show and tell of all of these amazing finds. I'm excited. I hope you're excited. If you are, hit that like button and let's roll out.
Straight out of the thrift store, looking for toys galore. My name is Burf and this is my turf. I'm straight out of the thrift store.
Were these his, was this his stuff here he's getting rid of?
Yeah.
All right, so check out that rat fink. That is super cool.
Yeah, the rat fink was pretty cool.
Yeah, I've seen people do like reproductions of him. This looks like it was like an original.
It probably was. It's been in my husband's office for 20 years, 25 years,
Oh, wow.
something like that.
Oh man, this was an awesome score. I was so jazzed up over this, like just freaking awesome. Let me show you everything I picked up. Man, take a look at this, man. This is awesome. I just love the artwork on this, man. We've got the Wolfman, we've got Frankenstein's monster, Dracula, and the creature from the Black Lagoon. So this was the one I saw initially on Facebook Marketplace, and when I contacted her, she said that it had already been sold, but she had some of the others, you know. So when I drove over there, she told me, hey, if you know this guy is supposed to come this evening to pick this up, if it falls through, I'll let you know, because she's like, a lot of times people on Facebook Marketplace are flaky. And I don't know if you've ever sold anything on a marketplace, but she's 100% accurate on that. So I ended up, after I left, I got a message from her saying, hey, Chris, the guy didn't show up. So if you want it, it's yours. So I hauled ass back over there and snagged this bad boy. So let me show you the contents on the inside. So you can see everything is pretty much sealed. So here we've got the pieces to the Wolfman. I think the only one she said was opened was Dracula. And she said, I'm pretty sure all the pieces are there, but she's like, I think, you know, my husband did open that one. So we've got that, and then over here we've got the pieces to the creature, and then of course we've got the pieces to Frankenstein's monster. So what you would do is you actually put these together, and then you can paint them, you know. So let's take a look at some of the other things that are in here. Got this little Universal Studios Monster backdrop. We've got the instruction kit. And then what is this? A certificate of authenticity. Oh, wow. Very, very cool. I didn't even know that was in there. So, but yeah, so this was the first thing I picked up. Well, it was the last thing I picked up. It was the first thing I wanted to get. But let me show you what I picked up first. So when I first got there, these are the pieces that I picked up initially. So I got The Bride of Frankenstein. You can see these are the prices that I paid. 20 for that one, 20 for Dracula, and then 20 for the Jolly Roger set. But these are all sealed, which is awesome because it increases the value dramatically by being sealed. But I think this one just looks amazing, man. Look at the artwork on that. That is sick. So anyway, I ended up getting these model kits here. So I will be keeping them. Actually, this one isn't sealed. Let's actually, you know what? Let's open this one up since it's not sealed. I thought it was sealed. So here we have, I'm assuming the instruction kit. Oh yeah, look at that. How cool is that? And then here are all of the pieces. Still, all the baggies, all the pieces still sealed, man. That artwork is just so sick, man. I freaking love that. And then I also wasn't expecting to buy these other items, but she gave me such a good deal on it. I couldn't resist. So I ended up getting all of these freaks for an extra 10 bucks. She was just like, I just want them out of here. And I don't blame her because these things are creepy, man. Creepy, creepy. But yeah, check this dude out. I think these might be McFarlane figures. I don't know. You guys can help me out in the comments below because I haven't really investigated these figures yet. I know this is Nosferatu over here. And just check out the detail on this set, man. All of these rats, all of them individually sculpted. Freaking amazing. So this guy is super cool. And then this guy, it just says, you know, the Golem Elijah. I guess that's what his name is. I don't know. And then we've got this person back here, this freak with the gas mask. That gas mask actually comes off, but I don't want to mess with it here on camera because chances are I'll knock everything over. And then we've got like this goat's head, Baphomet or something like that. I don't know. Inside this petri dish or beaker, and it's filled with fluid. It's disgusting. And then we've got a couple of rats there on the table. And speaking of rats, we've got the Rat Fink over here. How cool does he look, man? Super awesome. And then we've got these disgusting, vile things here in these jars. And there's another rat down there on the cart. And then we've got this guy. And of course, we've got Leatherface, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I think he has a chainsaw around here somewhere. I didn't see it in the box, but it might be in another box, possibly. I'm not 100%. And then we've got this guy here, a head in a bucket, man. So we can take this guy and dump him out. Gross. How gross is that? It's filled with blood. But yeah, these things are pretty awesome. I mean, like I said, the sculpts on them are pretty amazing. And for an extra 10 bucks, why not? All right, up next, I'm gonna go meet up with my friend Theresa and trade these Barbie dolls that I got for like 20 bucks for these Micronauts vehicles and play sets. And I did get one figure out of it. I got one figure out of it, but man, this was a fantastic trade. So check this out. Okay, so I'm here, but I don't know where she is. So I am trying to find her apartment right now. So anyway, I'm a little lost, but I'll figure it out. I found it. Oh, there she is. There she is. All right. I'll see you inside. Wow, those boxes are bigger than I thought they were. These are some big boxes.
So this is part of this.
Okay, so this is part of this. Okay.
So yeah.
Well, they look like they're in good shape. This one, is it still sealed?
No.
No? Okay. I thought maybe that was like sealed too. Okay, cool. All right, well, I will get them home and try piecing them together. And I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep this one for sure. And then I don't know if anybody else, I don't know, I might end up keeping all of them. Nicole was like, she's like, what happened to selling the Barbies? I thought you were gonna sell them. She wasn't mad, she was just giving me a hard time.
So, Were you gonna do the Barbie?
Oh my God. I left the Barbies in the car. I left them in the car. Theresa was just like, were you gonna do the Barbies? I'm like, oh my God. I was so lost trying to find her place. I left them in the back of the car. So I gotta walk down the street. I'm just gonna pull the car up around because I kind of parked down here a little ways in the parking lot. I'm parked in a towing zone. It said retail parking only, towing enforced. So probably be good that I moved the car up here anyway. All right, let's get these Barbies and let's make this deal happen. Okay, all right, we got the Barbies. So real quick, before I show these, give these to her, let me show you the Barbies real quick. So these are all the Barbies in here. And I think this one right here is the oldest one. This is called Barbie number 3. And then just bags of accessories. All kind, there's a bunch more bags here in the bottom, but this is what we're trading. All right, deal is done. Now we head back to the bunker for a little show and tell. All right, first up, let's take a look at this Micronaut stuff. Now, I'm not gonna bust this stuff here out of the box because it basically looks like this, and you gotta piece it all together. And there is a ton of stuff in there. It's just like there are so many pieces. Like, I don't think this is one that I'm necessarily gonna keep. I think I'm probably gonna end up trying to sell this one. I really didn't care for this one too much, to be honest with you. Like, when I opened it up and got in there and looked at it, I was like, you know, this is like, I mean, there's a lot of moving parts here, like a lot of things to put together. And I don't think I'm going to keep it, but it is really cool. But you can see, like, you can piece all this stuff together and you can make all these different little play sets, you know, different, like space stations, I guess is what they are. It says the Satellite Survey Station. So this thing is super cool, but there are some other stuff that, other things that I got that I am gonna keep because they're a little bit smaller and won't take up as much room. So let me show you these other Micronaut sets. So here we have the Micronauts Mobile Exploration Lab. How cool is this? You know, that was one of the cool things about Micronauts, is that you could build all of these different types of vehicles with it. You know, it was like kind of like a building block set. This thing has some yellowing on it. It is missing some pieces. It's missing one of the other arms and everything. And they are missing, like, you know, like here you can see there are some stickers, and you can see the stickers are missing on this particular vehicle. But this is a really, I mean, this is the type of stuff that, you know, kids in the 70s played with and into the early 80s. My friend Keith was a big Micronaut fan. I think he had a lot of the Micronaut stuff when he was a kid. I don't really remember having any Micronaut stuff when I was little. Maybe a couple of the figures, like a vague memory, but I certainly didn't have any of these vehicles and play sets. I also got the Galactic Cruiser. This thing is mostly complete. The only thing that it's missing is one of these wheels. So it's got that one, but it's missing that one. So I'm gonna have to maybe look on eBay and see if I can find that missing part. The cool thing is these little missiles actually shoot. So cool. But this is one of those vehicles that is small enough that I could keep it to display it. So this is definitely one I'm gonna end up keeping. I also got this Tarian, a motorized intergalactic vehicle with removable canopy. That's what the box says. These boxes look fantastic too, by the way. They're in really great shape. Now, this vehicle is mostly complete. It's missing this fin. So again, that may be a piece I have to pick up on eBay, and hopefully I can find one and get it kind of cheap. And again, the stickers are missing on it, but there is a website where you can get stickers. You can order them, reproductions to put on these vehicles. So I'll probably end up doing that at some point. I also got this neat little vehicle called the Alphatron with its unique grappling arms. So this thing, I think for the most part, I think all the pieces are there. Again, it's just missing some of the stickers. You can see like here, it's got like a little robot face on the box, and that doesn't appear to be there unless there's something on the back side of it. Nope. But yeah, this thing is super cool as well. And then I got this battle cruiser. This thing is badass, a badass battle cruiser. But you can see, again, it's missing all of the stickers, but that's okay, because like I said, I can get some reproduction stickers. In fact, in between takes here, when I was here filming this show and tell, I looked up real quick, and there's a guy on eBay that actually sells reproduction stickers for these things. So I will definitely be placing an order with him. But how cool is this, man? And again, like these, what I love about it, one, these missiles actually shoot, right? But number two, they double as a blaster, man. How freaking awesome is that? So you can take these things off and you got yourself a loaded weapon. Now, this thing is battery powered. It is a RC, it's a remote control, and I'm assuming it goes like forward and backward or something like that. But I have not tested it, so I don't know if it actually works yet, but I will test it out here soon, I'm sure. And then last, but certainly not least, I did end up with this Crater Cruncher. And what's cool about this is that I actually got a figure that goes with it. So in this particular case, a lot of the times the figures came separately, but with the Crater Cruncher, the figure actually did come with the vehicle itself. And I just think this thing is super cool. In fact, this is the only Micronaut figure I actually have in my collection. I wouldn't mind getting a few more, seeing as how I'm going to keep some of the other vehicles. I'm going to sell some of them, and I'm going to keep some of them. I'm going to probably sell the bigger pieces. But how cool is this little dude? Oh, and in case you were wondering about the Devil Girl lunchbox and why I didn't show it in the show and tell, because I sold it already. I put it up on eBay and sold it pretty quick. I got 50 bucks for it. So I got like half my money back that I spent on all of this stuff, which is even better. So, hey, I hope you enjoyed watching today's video as much as I enjoyed making it for you. If you did, do me a favor, smash the like button. It helps me out. It does help my channel grow. Also, if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications, because I got a lot more great content coming your way, a lot more great adventures. In fact, if you want to watch more videos just like this, then check out this next video.